Alright, I like to play guitar. I try to, at least. Maybe I'm not that good, but I try. Now, I'm always looking to try to change it up, make better sound, make better tone, to try to practice. Practice is probably the only thing. Practice and like this part of your hand to like, I just turn it off. Right? So I've been using Bias FX, Positive Digital Bias FX, long convoluted name for a great product that I've used for like 2 years. Like all the riffs that you've seen from like, if you just go and search, you'll see all of those riffs. The vast majority of them, at least in the last 3 years or so, have been, that's how long it's hard to say 3 years. In the last 3 years have been on the Bias FX, blah, blah, blah. This plugin, this is the Gojira, Neural DSP Gojira plugin, virtual amp. Came out like 1.5 years ago, or maybe something like that. And I've just avoided using it. I bought those Borgen ones that were really great. I really enjoy that sound. So then I was like, screw it. I found a coupon, is the thing. I found some guy talked about it in his video, and then he's like, here, use my code, 30% off. So I was like, okay, I'll do that then. Used the coupon, got it. The only thing that I regret is I wish I would have bought it a lot sooner. It's for what I do and how I play, it just sounds. I was thinking about doing a screenshot and showing you everything that has different amps and different settings, but for me, default. So I'll take a screenshot of the default and put it like probably here. So boom. Editing me, don't forget to do that. So that's done. I'll move over a little bit, give it more room, but great gate, nice amount of distortion. I'm tuned down one whole step, like Gojira normally does, D standard, and it just is. It's like it's designed for it, basically. If I had to do anything different, maybe let up on the gain just a hair. I'm looking at the settings here. But I mean, overall, with like active pickups like on this Hetfield guitar, and gate. The gate is really strong on this, so that way you don't. It will ride out for a nice amount of time, and then the gate is so tight on it. It's really well done. This is my default now. Every time I think of something, even if I'm just trying to figure out something or trying to make a new riff or something like that, it's going to be in this. I really like it. It's great. It sounds great. It has more of how I have it imagined in my head. It's the closest so far. And the beauty of it is right out of the box. I didn't even have to do anything out of the box, so to speak. You know, you just download it or whatever. But the only thing that really sucks about it is the licensing process. If you've ever dealt with like licensing, I guess like AutoCAD does something like that, where you have a secondary application that validates the license. So you have to do the iLock app, present it, make sure it's okay. You tie it to your account, and then you can download when you download the free. But like the process to get it and everything is really convoluted. It's fairly straightforward once you figure out what they're talking about, but I don't really care for it. I understand, you know, you don't want your stuff stolen, blah, 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 and all that. I don't know of another way to do it, maybe. But I mean, just give me the license key, and then when I download it, which by the way, there's not anywhere to easily download it. Not overt. I literally just Googled download Gojira and Neural DSP, and then it gives me the link. When I bought it, it just told me what I had to do to validate the license. It did not tell me, oh, by the way, you download it here, which I didn't like at all. So that part of the process, convoluted, don't like it at all. I would rather just you download it and then you buy a license and you plug in a license. I understand, like in the old days, on like the Juarez days, you could find licenses and stuff like that. But that's another discussion. I didn't like that. But as far as overall usage and overall tone, man. It just sounds so great. It has such a nice, heavy presence, but not overly distorted. You can still... I'm trying to play and watch myself on the thing. It just has a great tone, sounds nice, sounds heavy, but articulate. So, Gojira, virtual amp, it's an impulse response. There's like two names. I always just call it a virtual amp, and nobody's ever said, you can't call it that. Not that I would listen to them, but usually if you say something, people will love to correct you on the internet, which nobody has yet. So if I'm calling it wrong, keep it to yourself. I don't care. But if you really want to buy this amp and you're kind of on the fence, I would just buy it. It's not too terribly expensive, and it does a whole lot with minimal input, which for me is very nice. So going forward, all of my stuff, which I have a bunch of riffs that are still on the old system, so it's going to be a while before I'll start putting out any new Grave Fear song. From this point forward is going to be done with this. So anyway, my default, I'm just really excited about it. It sounds really great, it's easy to use, and it just makes everything better, I guess. It doesn't make my guitar playing any better, but it sounds a tiny bit better. That's as far as I'll go. I know I'm not any good, so you don't have to come in the comments for that either. Nobody ever does, thankfully. I know. You don't have to tell me. Gojira, get it. It's really good.